All right, we're coming to you live on the podcast. We ain't got no name yet, but we coming to you from Burien, White Center, in the middle. Like to call it the divide.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that where we're at? Is it where we're at?
You
We're
can call
motherfucking AM PM and shit.
Yeah,
That's some
like
scary shit. The AM PM
on 136. Kind
136, a little bit 128. You never know.
like fucking
you know,
Chelsea
some
Park,
kids.
where Travis Thompson filmed his video. Bad
Yeah.
Apples.
Yeah.
That's where we're from, motherfucker.
I grew up here. He grew up here.
Yeah, most of the time.
What do you mean most of the? Oh yeah,
I
you
was
went
all
to
over the place.
SeaTac and Tukwila.
In West Seattle
Yeah.
and
Oh
Bellevue.
yeah.
I was
Well,
in
we lived in
Bellevue.
West Seattle for a
I
while.
lived
I
in
forgot
Bellevue
about that.
for about 3 months too.
I kind of like locked up that time a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
So what are we gonna talk about? I want to talk about mainly pop culture, like TVs, movies, music. You already know I'm fucking sick with reality TV. I need some fucking help. Like if somebody has medicine, Joey, work on it. Get some medicine for your mom for reality TV. Those fucking Kardashians, fucking bitches. Anyway, okay, don't get me started on that because I will go on, and we will go on later about that.
And I got all kinds of stuff to add.
And I'm very sick with IG lately. Like, told you, like, fucking at the beginning of the summer, I was going to get, like, to what? I was going to try to get to, like, 250.
I think so. I think that's what you said. I'm trying to get to 1,000 myself. I
Fuck
got
that.
720 something
That's
right
dope.
now. Yeah,
That's dope, though.
it's
That's
not
dope.
too bad.
And that's just yourself, right? That's not troublesome, right? That's just you.
Me at NMC 206.
Hey, on the IG. I'm gonna go check it on the Facebook too. Don't forget about the SoundCloud, the YouTube.
They're all connected. Everything's connected.
Everything's connected. You'll find one and you'll find the other.
Okay, I got something that's kind of funny that I heard about this week that you might want to hear.
Let's
There's
hear
this fucking random newspaper, and they're trying to do a story on DMX because he just got out of
jail, huh?
Yeah, everybody's been hearing about that. And
yeah.
I don't know what newspaper it was,
DMX
but
is free.
they used a picture of DMC from Run DMC.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And they totally, they were like talking about DMX, and you look at the picture, and it's DMC.
You know what? That's fucking millennial shit. That's why, because
That's what I
people
was
be
saying.
forgetting. Nobody's going back to history in hip hop. It's just not cool.
Aren't you supposed to do your research when
Yeah.
you work for a newspaper?
If you're a journalist, I'm not a journalist. I'm maybe starting out. We doing this. We trying to be journalists. I guess.
I can do a way better job than that. I'll tell you that right now. DMC and DMX.
They don't even
One is
look-
at the beginning of the alphabet and one is at the end of the alphabet. I don't understand how you fucked that up.
And one is like super hardcore, like hip hop.
Yeah, they're different.
And then the other one is like, old school hip hop.
Fucking-
It's like funk. It's not as hardcore as DMX.
And
is,
DMC
like screaming
also-
and shit and the mic and shit.
DMC also made a country album before.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he made a country album. He went completely the other genre. He went to the other side for a little bit and made a little album.
Did he like get some Garth Brooks in there, or what? Did he just do his
I have
own
no
shit?
idea. I didn't look it up, but I heard about it on VH1 one time when I was watching TV. It was
Who
weird.
is this newspaper? Are they newspaper or
I
they have like
honestly-
on
I
the
fucked up. I
internet?
didn't do my fucking research. I didn't pay attention to it. I just saw the story
Yes,
and I was like,
Nicholas.
God, this is.
Okay, this is the first one though.
You know what it reminded me of? You know what it reminded me of is on Hot 97. They had a concert and Bun B was up on the stage, and the person who was fucking working the Twitter for Hot 97 was like, "Check it out, Pimp C's on stage," and Pimp C passed away a long
time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got some flack for that. That's what it reminded me of. Dude was on the radio trying to apologize, and they were making a fool out of him and stuff. It was kind of funny.
I don't want to say fucking millennials because you're a fucking millennial, which is weird because I don't find you
Every time I look that
to
up,
be one.
every time I look that up, though, it's like I find a different definition for it. So I don't even know what the actual definition for millennial is.
I don't either. I don't know. I
It's
think a
what?
millennial is like somebody who was born after the year 2000, like Peyton, like wearing joggers and shit,
Yeah.
Like Joey's pissed because I couldn't find no goddamn regular sweats in this world. Everybody wearing goddamn skinny jeans and skinny sweats and skinny shit. I can't even find my own shit. It's fucked up. Gotta go to the White Center Plaza ghetto superstore just to find some regular sweats and shit.
Okay, I got something else that I heard about that was kind of funny. Donald Trump Jr., his fucking son. He displayed a decent amount of stupidity on Twitter, like they usually do.
Yeah, what did he say?
He got mad about a Saturday Night Live skit, and he was talking shit about it. And he was like, basically, like, "What's up with this S and L stuff?" He didn't put S and L. He put S and L. He doesn't know what it stands for. He doesn't even know what
it is.
He doesn't know what it stands for, and it's been around.
And was
How
he
long?
fucking born in New York City? Shouldn't he definitely know what Saturday Night Live is? How come? I think everybody in the world,
I
Joe,
can
you know what
understand-
Saturday Night Live is, don't you?
I could
But he
understand.
don't watch it, but he knows what it is.
Yeah, I could understand, like, if it was a new show, people are trying to figure out what it means still, like dummies. But
But you can't get mad at no Saturday Night
It's
Live
been
shit. It's
around
fucking been around
since
since
the
the 70s and shit. Like,
you know how many iconic comedians?
that's what I'm saying. That
have
guy is
come out of
lost
Saturday
in
Night
a
Live?
different world. That's what I'm saying. He's from Russia, probably. He lives in a Russia world.
Iconic and corny, Joey said. Some are corny, some are iconic. They all come out of that Saturday Night Live, though.
They do. Fucking Saturday Night Live's the shit. I didn't watch it when I was like a kid, but
You
I
know
started
who's-
watching it when I was more of an adult. That's just pretty fucking funny, man. And like, fucking Saturday Night Live came out with what? David Spade,
Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy,
Chris,
Adam
Farley,
Sandler,
right?
Chris Farley.
John Belushi.
If you like Andy Samberg has started out on Saturday
Yep,
Night
Adam
Live.
Sandler. Now you got your new people with your David, whatever the fuck he is.
You
that
know who's the
psycho
longest
dude
running
who needs to get
Saturday
some
Night
lithium
Live?
and calm the fuck down.
The longest running Saturday Night Live star is Kenan Thompson from Kenan and Kel.
From Kenan and
Yeah,
Kel. You know what's crazy is that I've never even seen maybe like I've seen a skit on YouTube.
Yeah.
I never really watched it when he's on it.
I've only seen a couple, but he's got this thing where he plays Alex Trebek, basically
I've seen it. I've
in
seen it.
Black Jeopardy. And some of those are pretty funny. Like Tom Hanks goes in
Yeah, I've
and
seen
he
those.
plays
Yeah.
Hanks plays like a redneck.
Yeah.
But he's getting all the black answers right, and
Yeah, I saw
everybody's
it.
like, "What the hell?"
What the hell?
Yeah, no, it's hella funny. It's funny to watch.
Yeah, see, like I like those skits. That's one of my favorite skits. Is he should be like bowing down to what's his name to be able to take over that skit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Home Dude he was the best. It was him and what was the guy? Nicholas, what was his name?
From what? Who? Steve Martin?
No, not
I
Steve
know
Martin. The guy
Martin
who
was on
did
there.
the Jeopardy.
Who? Alex Trebek? Is
Yeah,
that who
he
you're talking
did the
about?
Alex
Yeah.
Trebek. Besides Keenan,
Oh,
the other guy before him,
I don't remember.
the Anchorman.
Oh, Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, that's it. It was Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
and
he did do that, huh?
yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
He goes, just give me any number. Any number. Could be 1 through 99.
Damn near anything Will Ferrell does is funny. It doesn't even matter as long as his name is attached to it.
Yeah, right.
Like
I love that guy.
Brandon
He's so
said.
funny.
Brandon said that he doesn't get too upset when celebrities pass away sometimes, but he said he doesn't know what he's gonna do when Will Ferrell passes away.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so
Why would he even think about something
I'm
like
just
that?
saying. That's what he told me that one time, and I thought it
Oh,
was
poor
funny.
Brandon. Okay, so when that happens, we got to make sure to
Yeah, we'll
comfort
bring
Brandon.
We'll bring Brandon in, and we'll have an episode about Will Ferrell. We'll talk about Will Ferrell.
You know, I was watching this thing on, Michael Jackson, and this guy was talking some comedy, and he said his friend was really, really into Michael, right?
Uh-huh.
And he goes, and he died, and I had to call my friend, right? He goes, I had to call him. I knew he was going to be upset.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he said, so I called him, and I was like waiting for him to pick up. It took a long time. He goes, I could just picture my friend and just crying his eyes out because Michael died or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
no,
and he picks up the phone, and he goes, dude, are you all right? He was like, man. He goes, I'm never going to hear him say, Jamon again.
You know what's funny about that is I was actually talking to Joey about that. Is I remember exactly where I was when Michael Jackson passed away.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty significant. Me and my dad were driving down to California for some reasons, and Tia Vic called me on the phone while I was
that's
on the
weird.
way down there, right? And she goes, Nicholas, did you hear that Michael Jackson died? And I was like, yeah, I heard it on the radio. It's everywhere. And she goes, I just had to make sure that my music mogul knew. And I was like, dang, yeah. I was like, yeah, I know. That
Yeah,
was back
that's
in the
sad.
day. That was when I was in like, I think I might have been starting high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while
I
ago.
don't remember I remember like things. I have the paper, the newspaper. It
Really?
says it's in my locker
That
on
could
the
be
bottom of my locker.
when Obama became president. People saved that
I
fucking
think I have a
newspaper
couple
lot.
newspapers in my locker.
There's
Like
some
I don't know, I
newspapers
just
that-
grab them and I put them in there because they're sitting out at work, and I'm like, oh, this might be significant. I'm fucking going on.
Like on Storage Wars.
Yeah.
When they found that fucking.
Oh yeah. Sometimes
And there was
they are,
hella
you never know.
Elvis newspapers in there, and they
Yep.
got so
Yep.
worth hella money.
Hella money.
Save the
You never
newspapers
know.
when there's
Save
a
your
headline.
Shit. Sometimes you just save your shit.
You never know.
You never know. Newspapers. It's gonna be like a fucking, that
You know what we should
Fahrenheit
do?
451. No one's gonna ever have a book anymore.
We
So
should
much as it
start a
seems
whole
like.
thing where we go around and we burn all the newspapers except for the except for
Except
the
for the
rare
good
ones.
ones?
The rare ones.
Like the
Then
Times magazine.
everybody's gonna be
The
making
Times
money.
magazine is okay. That's like hella old. That should never be gotten rid of.
No.
I don't know if you ever seen it, but it's pretty significant.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's in like every dentist, doctor office you go into.
Yeah, and if anybody ever likes Time magazine, there's this movie called The Adventures of Walter Mitty. Have you ever watched that? Remember I told you to watch it?
I know what you're talking about. It's the one with Ben Stiller, right?
Yeah, it's got Ben
Yeah.
Stiller in it, and it's got fucking Sean Penn.
Sean
Penn.
Penn. Mr. Sean Penn.
Yeah, he plays the adventurous photographer.
Do you remember that from Dickie Roberts, former child star, when David Spade's trying to get that role? And he goes, I'm going. He says, I'm going after the
totally
likes
forgot
of
about
Mr. Sean Penn. That's what every time somebody says Sean Penn, I think of that.
I love that movie. That movie was a good
David
movie.
Spade. Me and Brandon were
David
just talking
Spade's
at work. I was
fucking
like, if you don't like
hilarious.
David Spade, you're probably a dickhead.
Yeah,
Because he's pretty funny.
yeah. He
And
is
Chris
fucking
Farley,
funny.
everybody that's funny likes him.
I'm a little upset though because David Spade did do. Okay, this is one thing I want to talk about.
Well, yeah.
Since you brought up David Spade,
Everybody's
he's-
got shitty stuff sometimes.
okay, but I brought up David. Okay, pisses me off. Nothing David Spade ever did pissed me off. You know what I mean? I like him. He's cool.
Yeah.
Because he's Chris Farley's best friend, and they did awesome shit together. I love their movies and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he literally was in a what's that? Bad Baby bitch. Whoever
Oh,
the
yeah,
fuck she
no,
is.
you-
He
'cause-
was in her fucking video. I
Did you ever?
watched it.
Do you know
'Cause-
why though?
No.
Do you know
don't know
why?
why.
Is
Money, dollar bills, yo.
probably, and because when she was he made fun of her on Instagram. Like he took a picture of her and was like he made a joke after he took a picture with her when
Uh-huh.
he posted it up, and he was
Mhm.
like kind of made fun of her. And I guess
I'm gonna look it up.
that might
I
have
wanna see
been
it.
that might have been his way of like saying sorry and trying to not be a dick.
Why
Because
why would you say
To a chi-
sorry?
I guess I
though?
have no idea, dude. I have no idea. I'm not in the head of David Spade, but that's just what I'm telling you. I think might have happened.
Maybe he wants to say sorry because she's a child, maybe because
Hey.
she's only 15 years old. Is
At the
fucking
end of the day,
bullshit.
David Spade can do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if he's getting paid,
I still like David Spade.
I still like David Spade. I'm just a little bit upset. He's fucking on stupid fucking bad baby bullshit. Pisses me- I don't like this trick because I'm sorry, but she's only 15 years old. She's on Dr. Phil, acting like a little badass.
The only good thing that came out of that is that it's kind of weird. It's kind of fucked up that she got famous for basically like yelling
For
at her
nothing.
mom,
For, yeah, being disrespectful little brat.
But all the money she does make, she gives to her mom, though. She does give a lot of it to her mom.
I don't care. I don't care. Every time this bitch come on, okay, first of all, I was watching, like I was researching and trying to find out who she was, if she's done anything like to like talk about.
No,
like
she's
we're
only
talk-
been on
I don't
Dr.
even know
Phil.
why we're
That's
talking
where
about
we
it right
all
now, but
we
it's-
all heard seen her on Dr. Phil. That's where we
that's
all
what I'm
saw her.
saying. It's just stupid shit. Like, why are you gonna get on there and be like super ghetto, and knowing that that's not really the way you are? And literally, I'm telling you, she is playing an act because it started to sell,
I
and
know.
because she was on Dr.
I know a
Phil.
handful of girls like Bhad Bhabie in White Center. I went to school with a lot of them.
I know a lot of them too. I mean, I feel bad for her because for one, they're using her.
I don't like her too much, but
She's
I
only
like her better
15 years
than
old.
I like her better than Whoa Vicky. She knows she's doing a better job than Whoa Vicky.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, you don't want to know who that is. That's
Well, I'll be like she try. You know what? She kind of like trying to be like Lil Debbie
yeah.
and like Krayshawn.
V Nasty.
Yeah.
You know who was using her? Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. All these people are using her, just like I'm saying, she using her, and just like she. The only reason she's famous, like, why would you want to be famous for known just because you're ghetto?
She turned a negative into a positive in a weird way that people don't like, but
don't
she
like
still
it.
did it though. She
I don't
still
like
did that.
it. And then plus too, like, I don't know if you've seen any of her videos or anything. But
I
like,
don't listen to her music.
I don't listen to her music either. I really don't want to. I just I wanted to do research and I wanted to see it. And I watched these videos and she talking about all this stuff she got, all this shit she got. Like rapping about having this, having that, money, jewels, all that. And she in a broke down alley with no jewels, no car, no nothing. Even with their fucking stupid Gucci flip flops video.
Everything
ain't
they're talking
no
about.
Gucci flip flops in the video any motherfucking where.
Nothing that they're saying.
And
is
what
in
are
the
you even
video.
talking about, bitch? We already know you was stealing cars. We already know you was doing this. Rap about something that makes some fucking sense.
You know what? We can what's it called? Shine the light on some good music that came out recently.
What's
On the
that?
25th, the day before Joey's birthday. Boogie from Shady Records dropped an album called Everything's for Sale.
Everything's for sale.
Everything's for Sale, and it was the best album of the year so far, I think.
I don't know. I haven't. What's the song I haven't heard?
Silent Ride is the single off of it. He's got a video for it. It's a good song. He got signed to Shady back in the day. He was on Interscope first, but then Shady grabbed him and signed him to that. Now he's Shady Interscope.
Oh dang! They're freaking blooding out in this video.
Yeah, he's from Compton. He's from the same. He's from the neighborhood that Kendrick's from. I think that's what he was saying.
From the COMPTON.
He was just on Sway in the morning and freestyling, and he was on Hot 97 and shit. He posted before he posted the album. He posted. Nobody knows if it's for sure like just artwork for the album or if it was actually his bank account. But it was like a screenshot of a bank account, like when you check your Bank of America, and all he had was $1.25. And he said, "Album's coming out 25th. Everything's for sale." He even made like infomercials, like you see if you stay up till like 3 in the morning and the infomercials start coming on. He made one on YouTube for his album, and he like comes into the church and he's holding his album and he's talking to everybody, preaching to everybody about his
Go
album.
buy his shit because it's boring shit.
Yeah, it was, and
That's
it's
tight.
really
That's a good sales pitch.
It's a good one.
That's fucking genius. I wonder if he did that himself.
I'm sure he did. He's almost 30 years old. If he might even be 30 or older than 30. He probably knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he didn't have just $1.25.
Yeah, I don't know. But even like Eminem's manager, the one that's always talking shit in his skits and stuff on his album, commented on the picture and was like, "Damn, that advance didn't last you that long." Like, what the hell you?
How much was his advance?
I have no idea. I didn't look that up.
Probably a couple 100,000.
Yeah, but he was on Sway in the morning, and Sway liked him so much that they called it. He was like, "Well, this is your show. This is Boogie in the morning." And then,
What's this? Hip Hop DX gave it a 4.2 out of 5.
yeah, see, that's not bad.
That's not too bad.
It's not bad at all. It was charting for a minute on iTunes. He was sharing it on his story and shit.
Yeah. What's they got? Hip Hop DX got on the front page is
Yeah, actually,
Rainy Days.
he's
featuring
actually
Eminem.
he's got Eminem on there and he's got JID on there from Dreamville from J. Cole's record label. It's pretty fucking good. I like it.
I like how I'm not like super ghetto, but I can be sometimes. When I get pissed off, I start getting hella ghetto. I'll be saying hella ghetto shit.
It always comes out at some point.
But like, I love when hip hop and rappers put the gangster shit in it.
Yeah.
Cause I like the gangster shit. I don't, cause I grew. You know what?
I mean,
don't know.
he's from
I grew
Compton,
up.
yeah.
What'd they say? Well, like fucking grew up watching fucking Boys in the Hood.
Well, you were a teenager in the
Listen to
90s.
Easy, NWA and shit. The fucking gangster rap. That's
All
my
that stuff
shit.
was made for you to listen to
I
when
know.
you were that age.
I know.
When you were
I was bout it.
in that time, that music was for you guys. basically.
Na 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 na.
And I love all of it. It's
I
all
love
good.
it all. I love it all.
Not all of it. Okay, I'm not gonna go ahead and say
not
all
all
every
of
single
it.
one of
I'm
it,
just
but
saying.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying gangster rap, no mumble rap. Hip Hop DX is on it.
Mumble
for
rap
the
has its
boogies.
place.
4.2 out of 5.
Like Little Dicky's "Save That Money."
Mm-hmm.
Love that song. It's got some mumble rap on it. Love that song.
Yeah, but it's
that's
Little
the kind of
Dicky.
shit I
Little
like right
Dicky
there.
doesn't mumble rap. If he adds mumble rap, then it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I get it when someone want to add somebody in there, and it's not all mumble rap. You know, I mean, just like what's her name? That Havana song with featuring, is it ASAP Rocky? I think it is.
I don't
And
know.
like the way he raps in there, I'm like, okay, I don't understand a word
It
this
has its
fool saying, but it sound all right.
if you execute it right, I fuck with it, but I don't listen to.
That's what I'm saying. If it sound all right,
all of it.
if it sound all right, and I don't really know what you're saying, and it sound all right, I can fuck with you.
Yeah,
Not
it
playing.
depends.
I'll fuck with it.
It depends.
Just like I was saying, like I was telling you, I'm not fucking with Cardi B at first.
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
You remember
And
how
now
much I
all
was
you-
hating? Was I hating? What kind of shit was I saying about Cardi?
I don't know, you were
She
talking
was
all
saying-
kinds of
I was talking
shit.
all kinds of shit.
And then I come home and you're fucking screaming it in your room.
I was not playing. I love me some Cardi B now.
That happens, yo. It
I
happens.
just stop for a minute though and listen to what she was saying. Not watching like the way like certain things that the way she was acting at first. You know what I mean? Because she's super ghetto.
They
She
have
ain't
her-
playing. I'll call her ghetto if I want to, because she'll tell you she ghetto.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not playing. She's
she
hella
knows.
ghetto. She tell the truth. I don't care.
What's it
I
called?
tell the truth. She tell the truth.
She got invited to go do a speech at some Democrat stuff.
Oh yeah, they want her to do the Democrat rebuttal of
Why?
the speech that the president gives, the State of the Union, right?
Why? though?
Why? Because she came on there. You didn't hear what she said? She came on Instagram and said, like, she said that we're living in a hellhole. She said this country's a hellhole, y'all. Government's been shut down for like 18 days or more.
Something like
She
that.
was like, I'm scared. She was like, she even said, this isn't my thing. I don't do politics, but I'm scared, yo.
Yeah.
And then she said, fuck y'all talking shit about Obama shut down the government. She goes, he shut that down for y'all health care, so your mom can get the blood pressure medicine and y'all can get your vaginas looked at without any problem. And that's what she said.
She said that at the event?
No, she said that on
Oh,
IG.
okay.
So everybody kind of took it and did like memes with it and shit and put her in.
So now, because of memes, Cardi B's going to some presidential shit?
No, she ain't. It ain't gonna happen. There's no way they're gonna let Cardi B do that. If they do,
So that was a joke then?
yes, it was a joke.
Okay, I was like,
because if they do, that's terrible. It's terrible already. Fucking, we got a stupid Donald Trump celebrity bullshit.
I can see why
in the
they would do it, but it's
presidency.
like an obvious thing to
Yeah,
get like
no.
the people that don't really care to listen.
No. I mean, yeah, you can get them to listen. Like, you'll get the people who won't really listen
Yeah.
to listen just because Cardi B's going to be there. There many more people will be listening, of course.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Like, who's not going to let Cardi
That
B?
was the
I'm sorry,
only
but
reason.
Cardi
That's
B
why-
is where it's at right now. If everybody did a song with Cardi B, everybody would be popping. Uh-huh. Don't pretend. Like, I was watching the shit. I'm sorry, but ladies on top of the world today. Ladies are on top of the world. So
Not
they're
doing
taking
bad.
over, and Cardi B is one of them. So watch out. Everybody being in after the Super Bowl.
I'm not gonna watch the Super Bowl. I never really do, so it's not that much of a surprise that I
I
won't.
watch the Super Bowl. I don't watch it for the football.
The
I watch it
commercials are
for the
funny?
commercials and
Yeah.
shit. That shit's where it's at. And I don't want to watch like like everybody's doing this thing for the NFL because of help, be in solidarity with Colin Kaepernick, and
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do the
People
halftime
are,
show
like-
with Maroon 5 and
People
shit.
are like boycotting it.
yeah,
and stuff.
nobody wants to do that shit. And
people
I'm
are
just like,
mad
you
at,
know what? All right,
You hear
I'll
about that?
follow along.
People are mad at Travis Scott for
Dropping out.
Did he drop out?
I think he did.
Because he did it, and he was saying he was gonna do it,
Mm-hmm.
and people were mad at him for doing it.
Hmm.
And so I guess if he dropped out, that's probably why, because he was getting a lot of flack for it. A lot of people were giving him a hard time for it.
Well, I mean, like right now, it's really weird because people are talking about let's get together. We have to be strong and do this, and but it's really a weird divide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the president makes it all about rich and poor, and then black and white, and brown and white. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It don't make no fucking sense.
All right. Before we get too deeper in that, I'm gonna go ahead and change the subject.
What's the subject now?
I heard you've been watching. Did you watch all of the Ted Bundy stuff? I
Yeah, I
finished
watched
it.
all of them.
I finished it. Me and Jade finished it a little bit ago, and I
That
noticed.
motherfucker's crazy, huh?
Yeah, he's crazy. But I noticed that I seen the preview. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a new movie coming out.
Yeah, with what's his name?
Zac Efron plays Ted Bundy.
Mm-hmm. It's weird how they make him look like him too.
He kind of looks like him a little bit. There's parts where he doesn't, but there's parts where he's like you can see it.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I was saying, if you're gonna see that movie, if you're gonna go see the Zac Efron movie,
yeah,
then you should probably watch the Conversations with the Killer on Netflix, because you might learn about some stuff that you'll see in that
in the movie.
Yeah, and you'll know a little more detail and see how accurate the movie might be.
Is it like a certain season on the Conversations of a Killer that
No,
he's
it's
on,
the
or
very
it's just
first
the
one.
very first one?
It's the first one. I don't know if they're gonna do a second one. They might do a second one, but the first one was all just 4 episodes of Ted Bundy.
Yeah, Ted Bundy was a fucking crazy motherfucker.
You know what Brandon did research of?
What?
That Taylor Mountain where he buried a bunch of women is actually like minutes away from where our yard is in North Bend, where we have all our trucks and stuff, where we work and stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was a while ago when he killed them, but it's kind of crazy to be that close to stuff like that.
I was telling, I was talking to Maurice at work, and I was telling him that my mom had a serial killer of her day that everybody was scared about, like Ted Bundy. That was him, right? Everybody was scared because, I mean, we live in Seattle, and Burien and shit, and that's where he was from.
He was
went
from
to
Tacoma.
the university.
He
went
was
to
from
the
Tacoma.
University of Washington, though.
Yeah.
He lived in this area. He was around these areas and stuff. So
Yeah, he was
everybody
close.
around here was scared, you know.
He was probably driving everywhere. I mean, if he could get up from Washington and start going to Utah and Florida, he can easily drive all around the city here.
He even said he was someone else. Did you see that?
Yeah, he
That
had a
was
whole
tight. He had
name
the
and ID and
and
everything. You know what was the craziest thing I thought from the whole documentary?
What?
Is when Jade told me about it at first, 'cause she watched the episode before me. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to watch it too. It sounds interesting. I'm going to watch ahead. And when he was in prison, he was trying to figure out a way to escape. And he knew how he was going to do it. He was going to jump out the window. Didn't matter how high up he was, 2 or 3 floors in that courthouse or whatever.
Right.
So when he was inside of his cell, he constantly jumped off the top of his the top bunk, to condition his feet for falling that high up. He just did it over and over and over. And he went outside of his cell so much and looked outside that window that he measured basically in his mind the distance, what it would take for him to run from that courthouse all the way to the fucking mountains and get the fuck out of there.
He's a smart guy.
And he jogged in place or in his cell or whatever that distance that he measured so that he could be prepared to jump out that window. And when he jumped out the window, he said that he looked at the guys that he was walking to court with and was like, I think I'm going to get out of here. And then he just ran and jumped out the window and got the fuck out of there. And they couldn't find him for more than a month almost.
Yeah, like he spent like a month in the woods. Remember, he said he found a cabin that he lived in.
Yeah, and he got hungry and he was like, I'm going to go to town and see what happens. And they fucking found his ass. That was dumb of him. But he escaped a second time.
Where you escape in the middle of a fucking forest, where the hell are you going to go?
He got out a second time. It's funny because Joey came in the other day and while we were watching it, and he was like, I don't know if it's Ted Bundy, but somebody starved themselves to get through that. And then literally like 5 minutes after Joey said it, we watched it on the Ted Bundy thing.
Yeah, that's the second time he got out.
So he escaped twice from prison.
He escaped twice from prison.
I bet you there'd be people in prison who are like, how am I going to get out of here? And Ted Bundy did it twice. Ted Bundy's
just like, fuck, I'm gonna lose some weight and climb out this fucking hole.
But you know why he did it twice?
Why?
It's because for some fucking reason, even though he was convicted of suspected of all these murders, they didn't have that much security on him. They didn't watch him constantly.
That's because like they say in all the show, they didn't really know what they were dealing with at the time.
Serial killer was not a term yet.
Serial killer was not a term yet. Because remember, we're watching that show, Mindhunters.
Yeah, and they actually show
how
for his help and shit.
Yeah, they actually show how we came up with the idea to profile and watch out for people like this, because it's crazy. Dude killed over 40 women.
Yeah, and
did terrible things. I don't even want to say what he did.
I like the story that he tells though when he's talking about it to the guy, because
he like talks in third person sort of.
Yeah, he talks in third person, but the story that the guy tells when he comes up to him and asks for his help for the serial killer stuff, like they want to interview him, and he's like, why you want to interview me? And he goes, oh, I want to interview you because you could potentially help us figure out why people think this way, and we could stop them from doing it.
Yep.
And then I think he was like, would you kill me? Right?
Did he say that?
Yeah, to Ted Bundy was like, would you kill me? Because they're trying to kill him in the chair. And he's like, he goes, personally, he goes, I wouldn't like to. He goes, but if it was my job and I had to do it, he goes, you're gone. Right? And he goes, you know what? He goes, I asked that question to people a lot. And he goes, they lie to me. They tell me, I don't think you should die. He goes, you didn't lie to me. He goes, so I'll help you out.
I'm going to believe you and help you out.
Yeah.
I just was watching the part where I thought was crazy is when he was doing the courtroom shit. Like, the stuff they let him do.
Did you hear what they said?
And the stuff they let him get away with. Like,
did you hear what they said?
No one is ever their own lawyer. No
one. At the end of it?
I mean, you can be, and it's the law that says that you can be your own lawyer. But if you don't know anything about the law, it's not in your best interest to be your own lawyer.
You know what they said? You know what they said about that? Is they said that they later on found out when they did tests that he was manic depressive.
Yeah.
And they said that was the peak probably of his manic. That was like the sign,
well,
big sign of it.
Well, I heard that lady. She was trying to say he had no clue what was going on the whole time. No. Right? She was trying to tell everybody he's not of sound mind right now. He's not. She's like, look at the things he was doing. He's not. And everybody else was treating him as he was. You know, even the stupid judge. Did you hear what he said to him? When he got sentenced to jail, he said, I'm really sorry for you. I truly
He was like, I wish we could have worked together or some shit like that.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
It's like this guy murdered
like over 40 women, and the fucking judge want to be a friend with him.
Yo, you know, maybe 40 women that they know about, but when he talked to the guy, he said, if you really do research, he goes, the guy who you're saying killed all these people, killed
way more.
3 digits in 6 states.
That's insane.
That's what he said.
Well, I mean, you know what, though? It has to be true, because it's like he couldn't control himself. Remember? Because when he got out, he fucking killed all those people after he got out of jail.
Yeah, and he called his chick when he was in jail, when he knew he was going to get caught.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, I got something inside of me. I can't control it.
What makes me fucking pissed off is that they actually let him fucking have a family. He fucking got his chick pregnant and has a kid. And there's a daughter running around here of Ted Bundy somewhere.
Yeah, and he said that the guards were pretty lenient, so he was able to, like, have conjugal visits and sleep with his wife and shit.
Well, always said, like, he was a fucking, he's a charming guy. He's so charming.
People still think that.
Even knowing that he was a serial killer, what do you mean you're charming? You don't fucking let a serial killer charm you. And you sit there and go, this is a serial killer. I should just not listen to anything this motherfucker said.
He was brutal. He used his teeth a lot. That's one of the reasons why they found him.
Yeah, that's what I was showing, because they didn't have back then they didn't have forensics, but then they got smarter and smarter. He was always a step ahead of them because all they had was mail and fucking and he even told
dial
him
phones.
Even isn't he the one who told him that there are a lot of times that people like this will leave little bits of information behind?
Well, he's an idiot. He fucking he collected people's house keys and credit cards. So when they found him and arrested him, and they didn't know who he was, he had like 21 credit cards on him, and they charged him with fraud before they even charged him with anything else, because he wouldn't tell them what his real name was. He refused to say it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He refused to say it. When they finally found out who he was, that's when shit started going down.
Well, I thought was funny too is like when that lady said he didn't know what was really happening, is the fact that when they came in with the sentencing, when the judge said he was sentenced to death or whatever, the look on his face, he went from like smiling and happy and shit to like,
he was like,
oh
shit.
fuck, like I'm about to
He's
die.
like, this is
really
getting real.
Even
when they were trying to kill him, he looked at the guy that came to pray for him before he was killed. He was like, I'm not letting them do it. He goes, they're gonna have to come in here and get me. Oh my god. He said, you know what? He goes, I can take this pen right here and stab myself right now in the so and so. He goes, and I can die before they come in here and get me. He goes, that's not happening.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not gonna let him kill me. He was doing stuff like trying to he was like, okay, 6 hours before he died, he was like, okay, I want to confess. And that bought him 24 hours. And he kept doing stuff like that so that he could stay alive
for longer.
Yeah, you could tell he didn't want to die.
He's like a super manipulator. He's freaking narcissistic. He's everything in the book. Like, he's psychotic.
Yeah.
Straight up psychotic. And there's no, like, There was no underlying reason for it. I didn't see. Looked like he had a normal life,
Yeah.
you know?
Everything was.
And if there was something that happened
know
to him,
what?
he never said anything
You know,
about it.
well, there's one thing in the
He's oh my God,
in
the
the
way he was looking at
documentary,
the pictures, he was
he's
fucking
an
crazy.
he's an illegitimate child. So like his mom he thought was his sister, and his grandparents he thought was his parents.
Oh, but
And when
really
he
his
found
mom was her sister was his mom.
Yeah, and the way he found out was he found his birth certificate, and it
Oh.
said under father, it said unknown.
Oh,
So he was trying to find answers, and then everything came out, and that's what I don't know. Maybe I'm
maybe
pretty
that's
sure
what makes a serial killer.
he might have been crazier before that, though. You don't know that.
If you're an illegitimate child.
I don't know. If you're fucking soft-minded and you can't, I don't know. It has got something to do with something else. I can't explain it.
I don't know. I think they should have really actually took like a piece of his brain and studied
They
it.
did.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Did they came up with anything? Did you see anything? We should probably look that up.
I know that they took his brain and they were like studying. They couldn't find anything different, and it was after he died. And they said, you know what? The reason we can't find anything different is because this is a dead person's brain.
It's
So
not working.
There's like the only way we can actually do this is if we
he
work
was
on
live.
Live people that have done this
Yep.
before.
And then that's why maybe that's why they decided to go talk to all those serial killers so they can figure out what the fuck, man. How do we find people like this?
Yeah, Mindhunters. If you're interested in something like that, watch
Yeah.
Mindhunters on Netflix.
That's dope. I started watching that and I was like, what is this?
It's an entire story about how the term serial killer became to be.
Yeah, it
That's
started
basically
with
what it
this really nerdy looking dude. I'm pretty sure he didn't look like that in real life, but he's pretty nerdy dude.
Yeah.
But he thinks, like, the way he thinks is so gnarly. Like, starting the questions to ask people and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, bringing in that pairs of shoes to that one serial killer.
He's good at his
just
job.
just to see what it brought out of him and
Yeah.
stuff, you know what I mean? Like things like, why would you do that?
He's
like
also
how would you even think to do something like that, you know?
Yeah, I got the book for Christmas. I can't wait to read it.
I know, it's awesome.
I gotta finish some other books before I read, but I don't know.
I haven't read a book in a while.
I read every now and then as much as I can.
Last book I read was Dan Brown.
Dan
The
Brown.
Origins.
He's the one
Now
who.
this makes me want to go to Spain because
For
most
people
of it
who
was in
don't
Spain.
know, Dan Brown is the one
Yep.
who wrote the Da Vinci,
Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons.
Yeah, and the movies that you can see Tom Hanks in.
He wrote like a few other books too that like people they're not movies.
The Lost Symbol.
Yep. The
I
Lost
never read
Symbol,
that. I
was
read
a
the
good
first
one.
few pages. I have to read the whole thing. I haven't
That was a
read.
good one. Dan Brown's really good if you like want to know things about like
It's like conspiracy shit, right?
architectures, conspiracies,
Like
things
dark
about
Indiana
like
Jones type
yeah, like
stuff.
sort of like a new age Indiana Jones type deal, where you get to learn about like geography because he's always all over the place in Europe.
And it's
and
always
stuff like
got
that.
something to do with religion, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, not always.
Not always.
Nah, not
Okay.
always. Like this last one that was on was it the Lost Symbol one that was on? I think so.
Think so.
That one's more about like dude trying to figure out like how we all came about and we're all about to die.
Yeah.
And basically, he's just like it was hella scary. And watch this video, he's showing people, you know, like how people say, "Oh, we're like 5 minutes to midnight."
Yeah.
This motherfucker said, "We're 1 minute to midnight. People, wake the fuck up. You about to die." He's like, "People are gonna starve. You about to die. You're gonna kill each other for a grain of rice and shit." He was like, "People need to open their eyes." And then like, I don't know. It was just you got to watch the movie because it was pretty good.
Yeah.
The ideas behind it are just they make you think. They make you think about like where we came from, what we've been doing. We like that shit, like aliens and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly believe we came from, you know, the universe somewhere. You know, a piece of something came down from here, and
It came
you
from
know,
the bottom of the ocean.
and then there was a storm, and then it went crack, and then bam, and then boom. Human beings, bitches. Here we are. We walking the earth and shit.
Just like
I don't
that?
know about going from. I don't like the idea that I was a monkey. I don't like that shit. Don't fuck with me with that shit. Fuck y'all. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't want to be a monkey. I don't want to come from a monkey.
You never know. I'm not gonna be upset with whatever it is. I know that for sure. Whatever it ends up being, I'm gonna be okay with it.
Right? Fuck it. 'Cause
This is
that's
what I
we are.
tell
I don't
everybody.
understand though. If we they be showing pictures of that chick that we were all born from. They say, you know, that Lucy chick. The bones of Lucy they found.
I've never heard of that before.
Well, you better look that shit up,
I
son.
gotta look
You
that
know,
up.
Jade knows what I'm talking about. So I better have a conversation about that shit. Well, it's the first woman, and we all came from her. And they show her body, and they do this thing and show what she would have looked like, right?
Yeah.
And she does look kind of, like Cro-Magnon man, not like an ape, but like a Cro-Magnon man, like a person.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Not an animal. But the thing is I don't know how we evolved to be not so fucking hairy. They show pictures of this bitch, and she got a mustache, she got hair growing on her face, on her arms, every piece, I don't understand. Why, how come we're not, I mean, you got hair on your chest, I don't got hair on mine. I don't understand.
It's because you got, what's it called?
I got X and Y, and I don't know, we should look that up, because I don't know what
You got,
chromosomes. There's different chromosomes. You
I'm
got the
pretty
male
sure mine's
ones.
X and Y, and yours is XX.
XX.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's the best way to be, baby.
Yeah, and you have estrogen, right? I don't produce estrogen, right?
Nope.
That's a fact.
Facts. We're spitting facts over here. We don't even have Google on.
Yeah, I just been looking at the notes on my phone that I've been taking. That's about it. Yeah.
We're smart. That's why.
Yeah.
We look things up, and then we watch TV and we know things.
That's where most of my notes come from.
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
I watch a lot of YouTube.
You know why you're that way?
Huh.
Because your mom's that way. Like,
Yeah.
that's how I grew up. Like, I didn't, no, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like, didn't, like, my mom was a teenage mom. She was 16 years old when she had me, so she was always working all the time.
Sounds exactly
I got
like my
babysat
life.
all the time. Oh, yeah.
It's exactly my life.
Right? The whatever fruit falls from the tree, don't fall too far from the tree, right?
I mean, I beat it. I mean, I don't have a kid.
You
so.
beat it because I'm smart. That's why you beat it. Because I'm a good mom. I told Nanny, I said, I'm a better mom than you. What the fuck?
Dang it.
All my kids made it. And they don't got no kids yet. And I don't even know if they're going to have any kids.
We're
but
going to be all right.
we'll be all right with that.
We're
But what I'm saying is, like, I literally did grow up watching to TV. That, like, was my mom and my dad. Because my dad wasn't around. I had a stepdad, but they was always at the bar kicking it, and I was always watching TV kicking it.
Getting fit, dude.
Watching fucking MTV all the time, 24/7.
Yo, MTV Raps.
Yo, MTV Raps. I started watching The Real World. That was the real reality TV.
Have you ever seen? Okay, hold on. You know, every time somebody says The Real World, I've watched Parks and Recreation, right?
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite shows because it came after The Office or while The Office was on.
Yeah.
It's just got the same writers and shit.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny because Andy Dwyer, Chris Pratt's character on there,
Yeah.
he's kind of like slow, kind of dumb, you know? And there's one where they're like talking about his videos of how he tried out for Deal or No Deal in the real world.
Yeah.
Right? And he's in his yard and he's got his shirt tied around his head, right? And his shirt's off and he's got a fish in his hand. And you think he's about to say something about the real world, right?
Yeah.
But he goes, my name's Andy Dwyer, and I would be a perfect contestant for Deal or No Deal. And then he rips the fucking fish in half with his bare hands. And it made me crack up laughing. I was like, this
Yeah,
makes
well,
no
they did. They had
fucking
videos
sense.
like that. You turn in video like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Talking about how you would be perfect for the real world.
So I would be a perfect contestant for Deal or No Deal. And then fucking rips a fish. That had me fucking die. I was cracking up.
Dude, when that first came out, I was like, I couldn't get enough of it. I literally wanted the next show to come on like now.
You know what's funny about that? Unless I watched it with you as a child, I don't remember watching any episodes of The Real World ever.
Well, I did. Well, there was times where when we left the house, I had to fucking put a video in and record MTV 24 hours a day.
Oh, yeah, you
So that when we
recorded
get
VCR
home-
videos, right?
Yeah.
And we used to watch music videos on them too.
Yeah. Because when we get home, I have to watch what I missed.
All kinds of shit.
Because you never know like, what's his name would come in with a fucking some news or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that guy's name. That's how old I am. I don't even
Who, Sway?
remember. No, it's not. Come on now.
Sway's
You
been
think I'm
around
like,
forever.
No, Nicholas.
Not since
Sway
the
has
80s,
not
not in
been,
the
no.
80s, just the 90s, right?
No, I'm talking about 80s.
Okay. That's
Like,
what I thought. Never
I think
mind
his name
then.
is Andy something.
Sway's not that old. Sorry,
Like,
Sway.
Yeah, right? Come on now. Sway's like millennials shit.
Yo,
You
Sway's
know?
filthy. If
Sway is
Sway's
pretty
word
fi-
is bond,
I like Sway.
if Sway says something, it's true.
What up, Sway?
It don't
What
matter.
up?
Sway
Yo,
could be
Sway.
like, yo, I seen a pig fly. I'd be like, yeah, I
If
need to
they
see
said-
that pig,
If
dog.
somebody tells me like, oh, home dude was on Sway in the morning, I was like, oh shit, I better check that shit out. That's what I
exactly.
do.
That's why when Boogie went on there and he was like, this is Boogie show. This is Boogie in the morning. And then Boogie starts talking. And he goes, yep, I got my special guest Sway here. I was like, that's filthy.
Maybe we should. I don't want to bite off a Sway, but maybe we can do something like that.
What? Like what?
Mommy in the morning. Moms in the morning.
Well, that would work, but we're
not in the
recording this at
morning.
1:20 p.m.
Yeah,
right now.
like it doesn't matter. But we can post it in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I don't
no
even
one
know.
will ever know. See, you already
Yeah.
fucked it up. Damn it.
Yeah, I can't lie.
That's all right.
I mean,
Whose name was I trying to figure out earlier? Just trying to figure somebody else's name out.
I don't
Like
remember.
I was saying, I don't. Fuck.
My short-term memory is
It's terrible. We do things
45,
that don't help us with that.
45-55
I'm not really sure what that means.
percentage.
Oh, okay.
Like 45% of the time I remember, and 55% of the time I don't.
I don't know. You'd be surprised at some shit you remember. Like sometimes somebody say something, you'd be like,
No,
"Oh
I
shit,
remember-
I totally fucking
No,
remember that
listen.
shit."
I remember a dream that I had when I was 3 years old.
That's weird. So do I. I remember a dream like that shit too. Like it was like had
I
a
don't-
tricycle
yeah.
in it and shit. We'll
Can you
get
hear
into
the-
that.
I wonder if you can hear
Can
the
you hear
police
that?
in the background.
Can you
if
hear
you can
that?
hear
That's
the
where you
police
fin-
in the
Oh,
background.
coming to you from Dubsy.
That's the first cop car. The whole show. The whole show. That's the first
That
cop
was the
car.
first one shit that we usually have to like fucking 10 or 12 and
Yeah,
shit.
hey yo, maybe
We
we'll
on
get more.
Ambom
Who
and
knows?
shit, coming
If
to
you
you from
didn't hear that,
Ambom.
sorry. We're gonna have to turn it up later.
Shit happens all the time. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe we'll come to you from outside one
let's
day
do a
and we'll
segment
hear a
of the
pop,
show.
pop.
I'm gonna do a segment of the show that I
Okay.
just made up on the spot right now, and it's called
Doom, 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 doom.
"Guess How Long We've Been Doing This Podcast For." Take a guess. What do you think?
I don't know, like 20 minutes.
Really? That's what you think?
20 minutes.
I'm looking at the dial right now,
What's
and
it say?
says 47 minutes and
Holy
40,
fuck shit.
40
We've been
seconds.
really, can't even tell that we've been talking for that fucking long.
I thought we were gonna do it for 15 minutes.
I know, right? That's what we were talking about before.
That works too. Hey,
Whatever. We talking.
We'll
Maybe
take
we'll
it to
cut
the-
it. We can cut it.
we'll take it to the drawing board.
Right. We'll have to cut some shit.
No, but when I finish, this is the first podcast we ever did. So when I finish this, I'll turn it into an MP3 and we'll
And
preview
we'll
the
listen
shit
to
out
it.
of it.
Yeah.
We'll listen to everything, but we'll just keep going for now.
All
Fuck it.
right. Because we can keep, and we're going to add some shit.
Michael's coming over today,
Michael Shakur's
Yeah.
shit, yo.
and there's gonna.
Part of Troublesome NT.
Joey's got a song he wants to record. I got a song I got to record with Michael.
Okay, can I just say something real quick?
What?
We always talk about gonna put mom on the song, gonna put mom on the excerpts, gonna put mom on that, but I don't hear mom on shit. Except for this podcast. God damn it.
This is a good podcast. I mean, let me ask you something.
What?
Would you rather be on a split half a second of a song saying one word, or 50 minutes of a podcast dedicated to your own thoughts?
I'm trying to be on go and see no stoplights. I'll be about both. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, Nicholas. I'm 41 years old, and I'm about to act like I'm 25.
I'm 24.
So
I'm not
fucking
even
watch
25 yet.
I know, right? That's
Yeah.
why I said I gotta be a little bit older than you.
It's
Either
coming.
way we go.
Yeah, I know.
If even I'm gonna act up in front of
That's
my
true.
kids and shit, I might as well tell them shit. I'm about to act up. I get scared. Where's Brandon? Brandon said, you gonna take me to Vegas. I said, you want to see mom turn up? Take mom to Vegas.
I've seen pictures.
Hey.
You got married
how many
there.
how many times has mom been to Vegas?
I know you got married there, so that's one.
Yep.
And I don't know the
I
rest.
went there like 3 times with my friends, and then went once by myself. And everybody was like, "Where's Rachel at? What am I?" Don't worry about where I was at.
Hey,
'Cause I
yo,
was
you
fucking
know what?
kicking it, bitches.
One thing I remember you telling me about Vegas is you went down there with Nate and Nanny before, right?
No, just Nate. I
Just
took Nate for his birthday.
Okay, you took Nate and ran into somebody from White Center there.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
This shit was fucking tight. Okay, I left my phone at the sports book that Nate was giving his bet to. Right, he was betting football and
Yeah.
shit. Right, and dude started asking us where we're from and shit. And Nate's like, oh, you won't even know. Nobody around here will know where we're from. And he goes, no, I'll know where you're from. He goes, I've been around a lot of places. I met a lot of people.
Yeah.
And me and Nate was like, Nate goes, we from White Center, the Dub C.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, you from Rat City? I said, what? What? Tripping? Motherfucker know what fucking White Center Rat City is? I said, oh, damn, we up in Vegas and shit.
Yeah.
So that was kind of tight. Oh, you know what else was kind of tight? I'm going to tell you. Okay, our name, our family, and our mouths apparently get us some recognition sometimes. So that's why I be telling you, like, you guys talk to people like Joey and Pam, like, telling them, like, if you know, talking to some chick, you better ask her what her fucking name is. She might be, you know, she might be your cousin or something, you know. We be out here.
Yeah, I know.
I was on a, you know, belong to White Center blog on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And some dude talking about, oh, did you hear about the shots on this place? Blah, blah, blah. You know, everybody always talking about gunshots and
I think
shit, right?
I had seen this. I read what you're talking
Did
about.
you see it? Like,
Yeah, the guy who was like, you must be Nate's cousin.
Yeah.
And you were like, yep, I am Nate's cousin. And
he said,
guessed.
I'm just going to agree to disagree.
He was like, he said, this is what he said. He said, you must know my homeboy Nate, so I'm not going to argue with you. And you're like, yep, Nate's my cousin.
You know what's up. You know what's up.
No, people always end up knowing somebody that I know.
Even if I'm just getting a little baby respect on a little Facebook, White Center baby blog, I gets my respect.
It's all good.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I know we did this segment earlier, but now guess where we're at now. Guess how long it's been.
Is it like, honestly, can I tell you something? Honestly, it literally only felt like 2 minutes that we just been talking.
Yeah, I know it's kind of crazy that it didn't feel
Does it feel like that to you?
It's been 52 minutes. So.
So it's literally been almost 10 or 15 minutes since the last time we checked.
Oh, yeah, it's almost an hour.
But it only felt like 2 minutes.
We should record just a straight hour every time.
I know, right?
We got 8 more minutes to go.
8 more minutes to go. All right, that's tight, though.
We can
Okay,
always...
so I want to tell you one thing I heard, right? Like, I was tripping and I wanted to stop the car because I was laughing a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? Okay, I like Soldier Boy.
Oh, my God.
You know?
Yes.
I I did the dance.
I was thinking about this
I did it
earlier.
all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah?
But who's the little white boy he was kicking it? What's that kid's name?
What white boy?
He's hold on, I gotta look it up. But no, he's tripping. Okay, he's on IG with this new kid.
Oh, Lil Mosey?
No, his name is
Because Mosey kind of looks white. He's like light skinned.
he
He's not white, but I don't know what he is actually. But he looks a
on.
little white. He's light skinned.
Hold on, let's see if it comes. Yeah, who's that? Skinny from the 9. Okay.
Okay,
first of all,
I don't know who that is. I don't know. I've
Okay,
never
first
heard of
of
that.
all, someone named Skinny from the 9. Come on now.
I mean, that's kind
You're-
of like Royce the 5'9" almost.
I know, but is he like actual? Who's this kid? I don't even know who this kid.
I've never heard of him, but it sounds like his
Okay, but
nickname
this
is
is what I'm trying
Skinny,
to tell
and
you.
he's from the 9.
This motherfucker Soldier Boy tried to say that him and Skinny from the 9 is the new Dre and Eminem.
Yeah, no, that's not accurate. But hey, yo, listen to me. If you Soldier
I
Boy.
about died from I heard that shit.
Okay,
Are you
listen.
fucking
If you
kidding
want to
me?
know what kind of person Soldier Boy is and like really get a grasp on his personality, then you should watch the Breakfast Club interview with him, where he's talking to all 3 of them, and you'll know what kind of person he is when you watch that. He's like
Who's on the Breakfast Club? Is that
it's Charlemagne,
Charlamagne?
the God,
Uh-huh.
Angela Yee, and DJ Envy.
Who's that one guy that
I watch it all the time.
Is it Charlemagne? What does he call himself? Charlemagne the God?
Charlemagne the God. He started out on Wendy Williams' show. He was like did stuff on there for a little bit before he did anything.
I love Wendy Williams.
Yeah, he was on that show for a little bit. He was like,
Hell, you doing?
I
I
don't-
don't think Wendy Williams is doing too good.
Wendy Williams. Yo, let me tell you this right now. Anybody that beefs with 50 Cent ain't doing too good at all.
Is she beeping with? Why she beef
always
with
had-
50 Cent?
She's always got a back and forth with him going on. They always made fun of each other. And 50 Cent be posting pictures of her on Instagram making fun of her and shit.
What, the way she looks, huh?
Yeah, basically.
That's fucked up,
But if you fuck with 50 Cent, then you're gonna get it the rest of your life.
right?
50 Cent does not play with you if he don't like you.
I'm trying to look and see
Just
some
ask
images.
Ja Rule. Just ask Ja Rule. People think Ja Rule's a legend, and I'll give that to them. He can be at some point.
But I don't know why people won't get mad like at Wendy Williams. Like it
I
don't
don't fuck
matter
with
what she does.
Yeah.
If she says any press Wendy Williams, if your name come out Wendy Williams' mouth, everybody gonna listen. So I don't know why they pissed off and trying to talk shit. But whatever.
All I know is the minute that everybody started going ooh ooh, I changed the channel immediately. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I changed the channel.
Well, for what, the Wendy Williams show?
Yeah, that's what they do at the beginning of the show.
I know they do.
I'm like, what is this?
She got her
This
cup
ain't
of
for
coffee
me.
and her cup of
This
tea.
ain't for me. This is not a show
No, that's
for
why
me.
it's for your moms.
Yes.
That's why your moms
Exactly
watch it.
why
And your mom. But I don't know why you telling me about it.
That's why I changed the channel. I see.
You the
you
one
know
who
what?
brought up Wendy
I don't watch cable
Williams over
TV
there.
no
Not
more.
even me. I don't watch
I don't
Wendy,
fucking
but
channel switch. I streamline.
I watch like
I
pieces
streamline,
of her
homie.
Shit. I do too, homie. Because I don't have fucking time to be watching whole shows and shit. I got shit to watch. I got other shit to watch.
I've been watching Luke Cage.
Okay.
I watched The Punisher. Everybody should watch The Punisher.
Okay, I'm not watching The Punisher.
Punisher's filthy.
I'm not doing
It's
it.
the filthiest
I'm not doing
Marvel ever. The Punisher is the best one out of all of them.
I'm just trying to find another one to watch because I'm stuck not watching nothing right now. There ain't nothing on TV until like March or April.
The Punisher
my
is the
TV
most
shows don't come out.
realistic.
I be watching TV, regular TV, son. You hear me, son?
Yeah, whatever.
Watch The Good Doctor, son.
That's not real.
That's not real. I'm just saying it's real, like TV. On TV, they make it. You know what I mean? That's some good shit. Like motherfuckers is autistic
You know what you
and
should watch?
saving lives and shit.
If you go on HBO, you should watch High Maintenance. You ever seen
Okay,
that?
can I just say something real quick because
Go
cut
ahead.
back to reality TV. Maybe want to snip this one in and put it back in the other side.
Yeah.
But okay, so like this fucking teen mom shit TV bullshit pisses me off, Nicholas. When
I
I
know.
first seen it, I was so mad.
I can
Oh
tell.
my god! Whoever came up with that MTV,
Hold
I
on,
wanna
before we
slap
start,
the
before you
shit
go
out
any further,
y'all.
before we go any further,
What
just
time
so
is it?
we can be clear, are you mad at Teen Mom because it's a dumb show or because it wasn't around when you was a teen mom?
No. Nicholas, why are you trying to be a hater?
just fucking-
Don't be a hater
I'm
over
just
there.
trying to make it interesting.
Don't be a hater, okay? I'm not trying to hate.
I'm just trying
Not
to
trying
make
to hate on Teen Mom. I did or
No,
whatever.
me and Doolittle used to watch that show a lot, and there's this dude named Kiefer on there, and
Mm-hmm.
and every time he do something stupid, me and Doolittle would be like, "Fucking Kiefer," and that was just like an
Okay,
inside
first
joke
of
for
all,
us.
I don't know why the fuck you been watching Teen Mom.
No,
that
that was a
shit
long
ain't
time
real.
ago. That was when I was in high school.
First of all, I want to tell y'all, little girls out there, that shit ain't real. It's not real life. This don't do it. Don't become a teen mom just because you think you might be able to get on a TV show.
Honestly, the show is
It's
not
not
that
an easy thing to go through. It's not an
that
easy
appealing.
thing to do.
It's not that appealing.
It's
to be
not
on.
something you should
a bunch of
put
people-
on TV and freaking say, hey, come and do. Look at these girls.
It's literally a bunch of people being stressed out and arguing with each other a lot.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I don't know if they wanted to do it to make it like less appealing, but I don't think
Maybe.
it's very less appealing when someone's following you around with your camera and you getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't fucking put shit like that on TV so little girls can think, oh, I'm gonna have a baby so I can be a teen mom, or even just like Kendall,
Yeah.
or Jenner or Kylie.
Kylie, whatever. who
How
cares?
old is she? She's only 18 or 19, right? And she had a baby.
She's what?
She's
21
21.
years
Well,
old.
still, she's still young. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But then
Pretty young.
they're so privileged. It's easy for them to have a baby. I would
wouldn't
have
matter.
800 babies if I had that much money, and I would give them all just like they give them. You know what I mean? But don't, you know what I mean? Don't make it look like it's a easy thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like it when you glorify the fact that, oh, you can have a baby when you're 15. Yeah, you can have a baby when you're 12 years old if you want to,
Yeah. It's
but
so-
you don't want to do that. It takes away from you and it takes away from your child. And this depends on how you do it. And if it comes out good, great. If you have enough money to do it, that's fine. But if you want to go stand in a welfare line and be pissed all the time because you don't have enough money to do this or feel sad because you can't give your kids that. Don't do that. It's depressing. It's hard to get through.
If you're gonna do it, make sure that you have a lot of money, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I was telling you, if you're going to have a child, you better fucking put a baby bank account and save it up.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you have enough money to have a child so that you give that child exactly what they need. And don't be,
No, yeah, because
Nicholas,
that's
if
not
your
fair.
daughter, if
That's
you
not
have a
fair.
daughter and she fucking like come to the house with half clothes on, and be so mad.
My daughter's gonna be a DJ. My daughter's gonna be a DJ.
Hey,
My daughter's gonna make the girls take their clothes off. She's not gonna take her clothes off.
that's tight. Good shit. That's what I like to hear. See what a good job I did. Look what a good job I did with this kid, man.
We'll see what
It's
happens. I'm saying
fucking
that, but
awesome,
you never
dude.
know, dude. Who knows
Can
what'll
I just
happen?
say that? Are we like?
I might have a daughter. Might be Ted Bundy.
I don't know. Your dad's kind of crazy. You can get. I don't know. I'm kind of crazy sometimes. Shit. Who knows?
Everybody's crazy.
Well,
Okay, what
we'll
were
have
you
to
gonna
talk
say?
about that
What
on
were
the
you gonna
next show.
say?
But I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna. I think we're probably over an hour. Probably, yeah.
We're 1 minute over.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say that like I'm glad that you told me to start the show,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that we're gonna do this,
No, yeah, this
and
is
we're hoping
fun.
that we'll get better at it. But on the teen mom thing,
Yeah.
you grew up with me. I'm gonna say this: you grew up with me
Yeah.
ever since I was 15 years old.
Uh-huh.
I turned 16 after you were born.
Yeah, I know. I tell
So,
people that all
yeah,
the time.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
only 15 years old, so you're only 15 years older than me.
Uh-huh.
So we're not that far apart. And like a
Nope.
lot of things that I did, I think rubbed off on you. And a lot of times that I think I leaned on you as a friend
Yeah.
because you were my son and you were there. And I love you.
I love you too.
And you're my best friend. Sorry, Jade, but my son is my best friend. And I have my hat taken from you every once in a while. But that's how we coming. Me and my son, we best friends, and we about to do this shit.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do this a lot more.
And later the next time we come into you, we're gonna talk a little bit more about Troublesome. Maybe when Michael's here, we'll do some stuff with Michael.
We might have a guest next time. Maybe
Yeah,
it might be just us two one more
just
time.
again. But I want to talk more about your guys' music and stuff, and when you started doing it, because I have some stories about that too.
Yeah, no, that would be fun.
All right,
All right,
all right.
all right.
The besties coming at you
Thanks for listening.
from the divide.
Motherfucker.
Peace and we're out.